evening. Right, so I'm just going to do a little 5 minute recap, end of the day. Make sure we know what's been happening. I might start doing these in case, instead of like doing recaps and then just do my recaps when I get to them, just so I can get like 5 minutes. And I do type a lot all day. I'm getting a bit fed up of typing and stuff. So, yeah, today, obviously it was a down day. I think looking at my charts at the beginning of the day, I think I did predict a down day on GU. Yeah. Missed a trick. I got to the charts late. I don't know if you noticed that I just lost my train of thought there. I don't know if you noticed that I got to the charts late. I didn't do my out reviews well about half eight this morning. But there was a little trade I probably would have took as it was in the first hour of London. Um, but I was a bit wary because of the size of the Asian range as well. The Asian range was 77 pips. It was massive. Well, it was actually quite wrong. Actually, that it was bigger. Yeah, 82 pips. It was massive. So yeah, coming into this, that's what I would have possibly took today because we've had all this build up. You've got just a little bit of liquidity resting just below the zone. So that would have got swept. Coming to the 1 minute, it didn't really have an entry model in the 1 minute. Didn't really have an entry model. EU seemed to be a lot cleaner. So yeah, we've got that. Got little reactions in there, failures, pushing down. Couldn't really have got in unless um, you entered off the VWAP, you entered off pure momentum. I mean, 17 pips, it depends how much you wanted to go. If you wanted to break the other side of Asia, you could have probably got it, and that's still a 4 hour trade, 3.8 hour trade. So, yeah, that would probably one I was looking at, and I would have probably took it just on the momentum, really, just on the momentum kicking away. Just on the push away on the 3 minute, the tap in, the sweep of that liquidity, the tap into here, and then the push down. So that's really what I would have took today. I am introducing the VWAP into my trading. Phantom started to use it a bit more. Phantom are also starting to do a lot more trading wise with the live streams and stuff. So sorry, I had an interruption there. Can't remember what I was saying, but yeah. So I'll just jump onto EU. EU looks a lot better today, actually. So looking at this, I said EU was going to go up, but I don't know why. I was looking at this, we've tapped into this weekly demand. We've had the push away. I said that in my outlook. We've had the push away. Come to the 4 hour. I think it was this. We was up here. We had a reaction from this. And I'm thinking, is this like a demand? Like it wasn't really good demand. Wasn't really impressed with it. We had that push up, so I was thinking, is there going to be a bit of a retracement? So yeah, a bit of an hard one, as you say. Today has pushed down quite a lot. That's a weird looking candle. Not impossible for them to happen, but it's pushed up quite a lot and then reversed back down. So it's done that. It's tapped into this, same as on GU, basically tapped into a demand. Probably could have took that, but I would have been more inclined to take the GU just from where like there was like a candle like there. But yeah, you've got that liquidity, them highs there that have been swept. And then yeah, I took a trade because I was half thinking it was going to go up. I don't know why. I just had this feeling it was going to go up. That here had swept liquidity, and then we had a push up. It'd come back. It looked like this had held with that candle, and then this was like a fair value gap. So I entered there, thinking it might push up. Obviously, looking at the trade, it didn't. So then I changed how I was looking at the market. Thought, okay, maybe that might be the high of the day, and this might be the low. Um, and yeah, I basically looked at this. Obviously, we've got the break structure here. Break structure. Yeah, and all that. So could have entered. Obviously, use that FBG. Probably might have missed that one to be fair, because unless you entered off that FBG there, obviously when it's lower time frame, 15-minute and lower, I like to include the imbalances. So he could have really entered that. That's what I did mark up. Um, and I thought it just looked too good to be true when it came back to here. But yeah, no, it just carried on going. So really could have just from following direction, could have entered from there. The retrace back into that, covered that, or covered up there still. If you'd just covered above that, it would have been a good trade. Personally, I'd have been safe and I probably would have covered above that. Still would have been 2.5 of the day. Coming into London, coming into New York, probably would end up break even anyway. Or would I? Yeah, if I'd have put my target just below that, it probably would have come back up. And yeah, maybe depending, probably got took for break even. But yeah, the markets are hard at the moment. They're not really working very good. Not doing the best. Not very many opportunities. At Phantom now we're now doing like live streams and that. Well, the owners are doing live streams, so I'm gonna start trading the futures markets, which is ES1 and NQ1. I'm gonna start trading them with Top Step. It might be a good way to add another 100k to my account. I did plan to have another 100k pass this time, this by this point this year, and it's just not come to fruition at the moment. But that's just how it is. The markets have been weird. Like even the owners and everyone are just saying, I can't believe what it's like. It's like trading in COVID. Obviously, I started trading. I understood trading last year. I started trading 2 years ago, and I understood trading last year. And then I had a good end to the last year. Obviously, those of you that follow me on Instagram obviously got funded. Like I was putting my results on, my trading results. I was winning like nearly every day. I'm having like 3 losing days in a month, things like that. And I think I'm not going to lie to you. At the moment, I'm rarely trading. I still look at the markets a lot. I rarely trade. I put small risk trade ons, and this year I've definitely lost more than I've won. 100%. Yeah, I've stopped tracking as much. I don't use TradeZella as much now. I was tracking it manually with Notion, but yeah, I just go off what I do now. I look in the Discord, I look at what I've done, and then I recap it all the time. Um, but yeah, I might have to start data collecting again. I stopped data collecting last year, but I might have to start again just because of how it is at the moment. It's really hard. It'd be good to maybe get a better look, but that's why I always keep these on. I always keep my take profits on, and I'm like, right, why did I take that? Maybe like in a week or a month's time, when I've completely forgot why I've took that trade, and I'm like, why did I even take that? That doesn't make sense. And I have to try and reverse engineer it what I've done, and that's a good thing to do as well. Obviously, if you can reverse engineer what they've done, if you're looking at people's trades on Instagram, people who are profitable traders, and you're like, right, well, how have they done that? What have they done? How can I apply it? And it's the same for yourself. Looking at your trades, if you're looking back in a month's time and you're like, that doesn't make any sense, which is why it's good to make a journal as well, so you can look back and be like, oh, that's why I took that trade. But I'm trying to reverse engineer it as well. And plus, I'm really tight, and I didn't want to pay £40 a month for TradeZella. That's really tight, that isn't it? But yeah. I'm a tight person. I'm a full-time trader. I've got a baby on the way and I'm renovating a house. I want £40 to enjoy myself. Put £40 into education. But yeah, right. Well, I'll leave it at that. That's just I'm gonna try and do like end of day recaps. Yeah, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do end of day recaps. Basically, trending down, going. for the rest of the week. I think what did I say for yeah, I did have my bias to go down. That could have been the high of the day, high of the week today. That could be the high of the week there. I mean, could just very well just bang a short on here, cover that high. That could be the high of the week, and then just target down here. See what happens. News wise, no news tomorrow. FOMC meeting minutes. So yeah, just do your best. Any questions? Let me know. See you soon.